The truth about trying to go full-time on Instagram is that you need to become an entrepreneur. If you want to make money from Instagram, you need to treat your Instagram account as a business. And today, I am going to share with you the mindset you need to develop in order to do just that. I used to think that if you created enough viral or aesthetic content, brands would somehow see it, reach out to you, ask you to collaborate, and then send you a ton of money. The reality is that never happened, and I was stuck for years trying to figure out how to make money from Instagram. It wasn't until I shifted my mindset and started treating my Instagram account as a business where I actually started to make money and work on Instagram full time. The vast majority of aspiring content creators make the mistake of trying to monetize off of a personal Instagram page. Now, these are the pages where you have photos with your friends from high school, your family, your pets, you're sharing videos of you doing activities you enjoy, going to places that you love to visit. And then on top of that, you have the content where you are trying to become a content creator or influencer. Now, it's really hard to monetize off of these types of accounts because I know this is going to sound kind of harsh, okay? But I'm telling you this because I want you to succeed. These types of accounts are focused on you, your needs, your wants, right? And the harsh reality is that people do not care. Humans are selfish, okay? We are all looking at the world, we're looking at content and thinking, how does this benefit me, right? So if you have a personal Instagram page where it's all about you, but your content is not providing anything to other Instagram users, well, people aren't going to resonate and they're not going to engage with you and they're not going to then buy from you. So if you want to start your content creation journey and be in it for the long run, I highly recommend you start a brand new, fresh Instagram account. And here are a few reasons why. The first reason being is because you're going to be able to train your algorithm and help it understand who your target audience is and what niche you're in. With your personal Instagram page, that's really challenging because since you have followers from all over the place and your content is all over the place, the algorithm really won't know where to categorize you. So whenever you post, it's basically going to cross its fingers and hope it finds someone who's interested in what your content is about. Because if your followers are from people from high school or a job you work at or a summer camp you went to years ago, those people, they all have different preferences, right? So if you somehow tried to rebrand your personal Instagram page as a luxury fashion page, well, the vast majority of your followers, they're not going to engage with that type of content because they're simply not interested in it. So I really feel like you would benefit from starting a fresh Instagram page where you solely talked about thing that you want to monetize off of. So then you can build a following of people who are genuinely interested in what you want to talk about. Another reason why you should start off with a fresh new account is because brands are actually going to find benefits in working with you. Brands don't want to work with people who have personal Instagram accounts unless you're like a super popular mega giant influencer. And here is why. Let's say a streetwear fashion brand reached out to you and wanted to collaborate with your personal Instagram page. And let's just say they paid you $1,000 for a reel. Okay? If you made a reel with their product, showing it off, talking about how much you love it, what chances will one of your followers convert to a potential customer for that brand? Probably like 0% or maybe 1 or 2 or 3%, right? Since your followers didn't come from you posting streetwear fashion content, they're most likely not going to interact with your video and they're not going to buy from this brand. Therefore, that brand will have lost money from working with you. But if you started a fresh Instagram account where you only talked about streetwear fashion and then you made a reel promoting this streetwear fashion brand, then that brand has a way higher chance of making sales off of your video because your audience was already interested in the type of products they sold. And the last reason why you should start a fresh Instagram page is because people will actually have an incentive to follow you. Now, this ties in with the last point that I made, but if you created a fresh Instagram page where you only talked about this one thing, people will then have an incentive to follow follow you because they're going to be like, oh, I'm genuinely really interested in this. And they're going to follow you for that thing you're talking about, right? A lot of the time, if you have a personal Instagram page, this happened to me, and you post a video where you're trying to be a content creator, that video, yes, it could blow up and you could gain followers from that. The second you start posting about your personal life, people are going to be like, wait, I didn't follow her because of this. I'm not interested in her personal life. This is kind of annoying. And they're going to unfollow you. And then the algorithm's going to be like, oh, people are unfollowing this account. I guess they're not posting very good content. And then that is when you will be like, I'm shadow banned. So if you're in it for the long run, start a fresh Instagram page. Once you've done that, you'll be ready to develop the entrepreneur mindset that is going to change the game for you. This is the mindset. You need to ask yourself, what problem can I solve? What problem can I solve? This is the mindset all entrepreneurs have. Now listen, you don't have to solve a really complicated problem, okay? You don't have to be figuring out how to send humans to Mars, right? You need to figure out what skills you possess that you're naturally good at, something you could talk about for hours, that you could use to help to provide value to other people. That might sound confusing, so let me give you an example. Let's say you're an artist, right? Instead of posting reels and photos of your art just plainly as it is, you could brand yourself in a way where your art demonstrates emotions and feelings that we can't describe with our words. See, that branding adds a level of relatability and value to other people's lives, because in a world where people are so disconnected from their minds and bodies and their hearts, your art now provides a pathway for people to be able to reconnect with themselves by looking at visuals that are impactful and beautiful and valuable. Let's stick with this example for a minute. How could this artist make money off of their Instagram content? Well, the first thing I would recommend is that they create an online store to sell the art pieces they're creating in their reels. There's so many platforms that this artist could do this on. They could do it on Depop, Squarespace, or Shopify, where it makes it super easy to create your website and ship out your products to people all over the world. The second way would be to create a section on their website where they can accept custom orders. If this artist is posting content where they have voiceovers explaining the feeling they're trying to portray, or they use a question as a hook saying, what does this make you feel? Or something like that, someone who resonates so deeply with their art can now send them a message and be like, hey, this is what's happening in my life and I'd really like a painting that demonstrates this. Or, hey, I'm trying to gift someone, can you create something for me that symbolizes that? Now this person has a second income stream that they could also profit more heavily on, because again, custom work is more expensive. The third way would be to create digital products. The artist could create a course or a PDF guide teaching people how to portray their emotions more deeply through their art. They could create a course or a PDF guide teaching people the fundamentals of creating emotionally impactful art. They could also teach people to do exactly what they did to grow their brand. They could teach people how to then monetize their content as an artist. The fourth way would be to create a media kit. So once you have a lot of people viewing your content, you're getting consistent followers every day, you're getting a lot of people engaging with your content, you would put together this media kit. If you're interested in a video where I break down how to create one, just let me know in the comments. But there are many free templates on Canva, and basically it's a compilation of your analytics, descriptions of yourself, your content, and what you can provide for brands or other people you want to collaborate with, and examples of your content. It's so important to have one of these as a content creator, because brands, they may see your content and they'll reach out to you, or maybe there's a brand you really want to work with, so you reach out to them first. Having this media kit makes you stand out because you'll look more professional, and you'll also give them clear visualization of how you're able to benefit this brand. Now, right off the top of my head, those are 4 income streams, but there are endless amounts of income streams you can create as a content creator once you've niched down on your skill. This artist could scale their business and write a book, publish it, and sell it. I mean, now with self-publishing platforms like Amazon, KDP, you don't even have to go through a publisher. You can just publish it yourself. This artist could start an agency with other artists where they collaborate on working on custom art pieces for people. They could offer in-person events where they can paint live, or where people can follow along with them, or where they can do in-person workshops on the fundamentals of creating emotionally impactful art. When you start thinking like an entrepreneur, the possibilities for monetization are absolutely endless. Now, having all of these income streams set up doesn't mean that you're guaranteed financial success. Like we said at the beginning of this video, you're gonna have to go full-time on Instagram, which means you're gonna have to be posting consistently, and by consistently, I mean every single day. Now listen, we don't want to be doing quantity over quality, okay? We want to be putting out quality content on a daily basis. Now, I'm not saying we need to create movie-worthy reels or anything like that, because that is absolutely unmanageable. But one day you could put out a reel. The next day you can put a behind-the-scenes photo. The next day you could put up a story with a poll, or you could do a Q&A. You just want to make sure that you're active on the Instagram platform every single day. You could create a broadcast channel where you're asking your followers questions, or, in this case of the artist example we've been using, you could ask them, hey, how have you been feeling? Or is there something that's been going on that you can't really describe? Or, things like that. And you'll get a feel for what your followers are feeling, what they're currently interested in. And then you can, use that as inspiration for your future content. For example, what I do to be able to post on a consistent basis is I'll post a reel. And I love creating captions where it's relatable. Therefore, people can comment on the video based on the caption. They can save it, all that. So I'll look at my analytics and I'll find reels where people resonated deeply with a caption. I will then take that caption and I'll just paste it onto a pink background, and I'll turn it into a quote post, as I call them, and I'll just post that as a photo. That only took me 2 minutes out of my day. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't me spending hours editing anything. You gotta be smart. You gotta repurpose your content so that you don't burn yourself out, okay? I have a guide linked down below that I created that teaches you how to approach social media in a healthy way. So while you're trying to monetize off of your content, you're not burning yourself out. So once you figure out a posting schedule that works for you, think of your Instagram content as the top of a funnel, okay? Every single piece of content you put out there takes your followers and viewers down the funnel of them investing in your different income streams. If your content is not valuable or curiosity-provoking or engaging, people will most likely not invest in the revenue streams you've created, right? They're not going to invest in your digital products. They're not going to go to your website. But if you're creating content that is impactful, where people are like, oh, I want to support this artist. I want to get to know this artist, content creator. I want to get merch from them. I want to, book a call with them. I want to do this. I want to do that. The only way people are going to want to do those things is if they find value in your content and if they resonate deeply with it. And I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but this is so crucial to your Instagram growth success. If you feel overwhelmed thinking about all of these income streams that you want to create, or you're feeling confused about what skill you can provide to others in a valuable way, I offer one-on-one coaching calls, and I would be more than happy to help you out with all of that and guide you through this entire process. So if you're interested, the link to book is down below. Congratulations! Now you know the entrepreneur mindset, and you are more than ready and more than capable of monetizing off of your Instagram content and working as a content creator full time. Bye!